Again, any questions?
Sir, I had a confusion from previous class, and
Yeah.
so at one point in the lecture, like you wrote like the sandwich like x prime u t minus t0, and then x is equal to uh, the dot product when they are in the Heisenberg basis. So I couldn't quite get how the first line gave the second.
Okay, let me bring up that lecture, then that lecture note, so I can be a little bit more informed. All right, so it's the, yeah, okay. So is this it? That I wrote at some point that k x of t comma x prime t prime is equal to x u t minus t prime x prime equal to x t x prime t prime h, right? Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I see. Yeah, there's actually a formula for this. So you can think of, say, uh, say, okay, let me say. So k, the definition of is k prime k t k x prime t prime is x u t minus t prime by x, right? X prime, right? So then what you can do is that you can say, okay, let me just insert the energy eigenstates. So if I insert the energy eigenstates, and actually this and prime, then we get u t minus t, and then over here we will get n prime x, right? And then what we can do is we can say n prime. This we can write as, because now it's acting on its eigenstates, we can write it at e to the power minus I h bar. Now because of the Hamiltonian is acting on its own eigenstate, we can write it as, say, suppose it's acting on this thing. It's e n prime times t minus t prime, right? And so over here we will get x n. From here we will get n prime of x prime. And from this guy we will get n prime. But this thing is nothing but delta n prime. So using this, we can now do one of these sums. When I do one of these sums, I get n, and therefore I get here x. Then we can write the one of these factors here, and that factor is e to the power minus I h bar en, because now, because of this, n prime has become n t. Okay, so this is something we can write, and it's n here, and over here we can write n e to the power plus I by h en t, and over here we can write x prime. Now this is just a factor. This is just a factor, but this is En here and that's N here. So we can write that as sum over N, X here, and the time evolution operator minus EI H of T by H acting on N, and then the time evolution operator acting on the bra I of H of T prime of X prime. And now this thing acting on this and this thing acting on this is the correct expression for the Heisenberg states. And then we have here the sum over all the total states, the energy eigenstates, which is just 1. So therefore, we can then write this as xt, bracket of xt, x prime t prime. Okay, so this is the equality. Sorry, I thank you, Nahi, for pointing this out because this is non-trivial. And, you know, it seemed to me that it was kind of obvious, but it's not. I had to look that up. But is this clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank
awesome. Very good question. Thank you. Okay. Anything else?